is my bottom lip going inside my mouth?
Because you're saying fuck.
Ah!
NyanCave. Boom.
Just.
So yeah, you're going fur because you're like saying like either frick this dude or the frick.
Or
Yeah.
it's Friday. Oh.
Yeah, it's fixed enough for now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nuke Nanny's computer when he's not looking.
Don't do that. I have things on here that you can't see and I need.
You going Bear Grylls on me?
What?
You in the forest
What?
looking for a wolf?
Oh, yeah?
Or maybe wolves?
What? No.
No. Okay.
No.
Perfect.
The file that's labeled wolves has wolf models in it for D&D.
Wolves doing jobs, you know?
Well,
Oh, you're back.
Does he
We're
know that
really
I fed
confusing the
him?
crap out of this cat. It's like D&D, not allowed on the table. During stream, as much as put your butt in my face. That's what the people want here. Ash.
yep.
Again,
Well, anyways,
more and more.
let's get into it.
Good segue. Sometimes it's just go.
Mr. Sprocket has been taken to the infirmary. We don't have to worry about him running away, so let us resume where we left off.
Wait, Your Honor. But when he wakes up, won't he not remember any of this?
Oh, we're playing the game, right?
Oh, that is sort of the problem, isn't it?
Oh, no.
The defense would like to call Pierce Nickety to the stand. Ooh. We already know he carried out the cover-up to protect the company and Mr. Sprocket.
I can assure you they do, Neoside, dude.
What more do you want from him? This time it's different. The notebook, or rather Mr. Sprocket's memories, have been tampered with. That means the only person who knows the whole truth now is Mr. Nickety. Don't tell me. Are you actually trying to drum up a third suspect in order to exonerate the defendant and her groom?
Thought we did that.
I'm not drumming up anything, nor do I have grounds to accuse him of anything. Yet. Such a good line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No reason to suspect them yet.
All I know is that Mr. Nickety's the only one who knows the truth. And I think he's hiding something. Something we don't know about yet.
No grounds yet, is it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution consent to calling the witness to the stand?
It does, Your Honor. However, I would like a little time to talk with the witness before we do.
Very well. We'll break for a 20-minute recess.
We've no reason to indict Trucy.
Yet.
Oops. Damn, I didn't think it was ending that fast.
Oh, no, we were right there.
I guess tomorrow on Phoenix, right?
That's
We'll be
good. Oh,
finding
thank you,
out
everybody.
what's
Like the
going on
video,
with,
subscribe
just kidding.
channel.
Just jokes. It's all jokes. We all.
To be continued.
I have no reason to unsubscribe from this channel yet.
Man, if people were to subscribe to our channel en masse, that would just be so annoying. I don't.
So bad.
I don't want people to do it.
No,
There's no way
don't.
we could play all of those notifications.
It would be literally
be a disaster.
impossible.
Yeah.
And then, what even worse, if they like the video, ugh,
Oh, no.
it'd be terrible.
Don't want them to do that. I
no,
mean, I'm gonna
absolutely
like the
not.
video because I'm a free person and I do whatever the frick I want. No one ain't gonna tell me what to do in my life, including myself. Frick me, I guess.
Wait, what's that sound? Wait, stop.
It was me
Oh, okay.
liking the video.
Oh, okay, good.
I know it sounds
Well,
like
I mean,
you
bad.
talking.
Hey, whoa, hey, screw you, man. Don't do that. I don't like
Yeah,
that. It
no.
annoys me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make streamers angry live.
Damn it, Valentina. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate
Also,
that.
welcome back, Valentina. I'm happy to see you again.
Now I'll have to
Yes.
face Pierce on the stand. I'm not sure if I should be
You too,
surprised or
Jess.
not. One thing's for sure. He won't be an easy adversary.
So, do you think Pierce did it?
It's too early to say anything at this point. But I do think he's hiding something. Nick! Why didn't you pin everything on Sore Loser back there?
Sore loser.
Looks like Larry still hasn't given up on Ellen.
Good joke, Jim.
If this Pierce guy's the real bad guy, then Soren and my Ellie will live happily ever after together. Larry, that's not the kind of thing a decent human being says.
Shame on you, Larry.
Oh, boo-hoo. You don't think... You think I don't know? I know I have to give up on my Ellie. But Nick, promise you'll make her happy. She deserves a happily ever after. I'm sure Soren will make her happy once all of this is said and done. I don't know why that's my responsibility.
Trial's about to resume, Mr. Wright.
Blood Kitten?
So I found an interesting channel lately.
Yeah.
It's someone that's at least 50, maybe 60 years old. I'm 33, but thank you, I guess.
Okay.
Wow.
White hair and a beard. Well, not really.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
Almost.
Soon.
That live streams Warframe. I play it in my free time when I have any. I don't.
Yeah.
And other games like Phoenix Wright. It's neat to see mature people like ourselves playing games considering most old people. Well, that's a bit far. Don't try to understand them.
Oh, I know.
Okay, listen. Like, if you're into that, then what's her name? The
Shirley?
Shirley, who plays Skyrim, okay?
Who calls everyone her grandchildren?
Yeah, it's really
Yes,
sweet.
I
yeah.
love her.
Mhm.
She's the sweetest.
Zero.
really good.
Okay, a little
Yeah,
over
she
the
got to
top.
meet Todd Howard, eh?
She
got to meet Todd Howard?
Yeah, it was in the thing that we watched.
Oh my
E3,
God.
remember? And
Was it when he
Right,
came
Todd
to her
really
house?
looked like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
just too
God.
busy installing Skyrim to her fridge.
Yeah.
He's like, where's your electronics? I need to install Skyrim on them. And she's like, oh, I baked some cookies. And he's like, can I install Skyrim on them?
Hey, Zero, exclude me from you fools, okay? I knew. I brought it up.
I forget
Yeah.
literally everything.
Yeah, definitely.
So a friend last night, he's like, I was in Japan. I'm like, you were in Japan? He's like, you knew that. And I was like, I don't.
I've been
think I
I've been
did.
gone for a month.
Ooh, and she's gonna be an NPC in the next Elder Scrolls. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's fun. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Surely.
Look her up.
Yeah, yeah. There's some pretty cool old streamers who do some stuff. Like one old guy was streaming World of Warcraft.
And I'm excited to be one of them one day.
Yeah, right? Can you imagine the Golden Trio? Oh my God, we're the Golden Girls, but we're boys and we play video games.
Yay!
I call being Betty White's character.
Hopefully it'll be better than
man.
the Smosh movie.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, you ready, Maya?
Yep, let's go.
I'll be rooting for you, Nick.
Also, thank you, Blood Kitten. I don't know if we said thank you.
Oh yeah.
I was just too busy making the joke that this was about us when it was literally not about us. It was about someone else.
I always suspected that the player base of Warframe was more advanced in age.
They were mature because they have good taste in video games.
Sure. Maybe when they stop emailing me.
Squad is now back in session. Witness, please take the stand.
Ooh. Oh, I need a long jacket.
Right? I was
And a
considering just getting like a poncho that's just like a hood
Ooh.
on like with a shawl attached.
That's like a mantle or something.
Like I kind of just want a mantle.
Yeah,
I just
I
want to
guess
wear
jacket.
mantles. I got a scarf as well that I consider just wearing. Only a scarf and pants because I think it looks kind of cool.
I wonder if it'd be dangerous to wear a mantle while you ride a motorcycle.
Oh,
it
and
would
just have
be
it
dangerously
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
it'd be so cool.
Oh no.
Please state your name and occupation.
Sorry, he can't.
Dana, sit down.
is Ray
God damn it,
Patrick.
Athena. One more outburst, I'm throwing you out of here.
Ray, I've returned. Me and Soda Malone met each other and played catch up. What? That's awesome. I hope you guys
happy to hear that.
had a good time.
Yeah, that's so freaking cool. And Valentina coming back strong.
Hi, I'm back from hell, aka obligatory 300 hours traineeship for university credits at like 2 hours 15 minutes from home. It was my birthday last Saturday.
Happy belated birthday.
And it's my sponsor-versary. I never unsponsored because I loved you and I missed you so
Aw,
much.
thank you.
I love
We
you.
appreciate that.
And I missed you. And
Right, Patrick.
Good to have you back, and I'm glad you're not having to make that commute anymore, because damn, commutes are rough.
Happy birthday, by the way, as well.
Happy birthday.
Ash says happy birthday, too. He wishes it was his birthday, so we would feed him, too.
Ew.
I actually fed him, but I don't think he realizes it, which is why he's here. Also, Ray, I'm glad that you finished that ass kicking with CTR and not just he kicked your ass, because that wouldn't be great. I'm going to make sure this cat knows he has food, because I think he thinks he doesn't.
I think he's just really warm, and he just likes the cool.
I think it's food. Watch this.
Hey, what's up, Dreamy?
Hi, just me watching as I eat ice cream. I want ice cream. Okay, be right back.
No, don't. He's chilling. He's
Oh,
chilling.
he's chilling? He saw me moving, though. Are you hungry? Do you want food?
All right, hit it.
My name is Pierce Nickety.
Hold on.
I am the Sprocket family butler.
Let's get straight to the point, Mr. Nickety. Someone tore out a page from Mr. Sprocket's notebook to manipulate his memories. And that person was you, wasn't it?
That is correct. What about it?
Well, that was easy. So why'd you do it? Why did you tamper with Mr. Sprocket's notebook?
Please allow me to explain. It pains me to do this, but I will tell you the truth.
It pains you?
That is correct. For my testimony will go against Master Sauron's wishes.
Sauron's wishes? What is he talking about? Oh, God. Oh, God. No! Nickety's gonna actually indict himself, I bet. But Sauron knows that the company will go under without him. Oh, no.
Adam!
We're near the end of this tale of throwbacks and time-traveling trials. Also, Pierce sounds like Tim Curry in my head. By the way, Maya in Spirit and Justice is voiced by Abby Trott, a.k.a. the singer of Lifelight in Ultimate.
Oh, wow.
Blood Kitten. I said mature since I really don't like the term old as
Neither
much.
does Pornhub.
You snuck that in there.
You were just like,
I had it locked and loaded. I know. I read it and I'm like, as soon as Nyan says the word old, I'm going right in.
Old person is something that doesn't bother to try new things and stick to what they know. Mature people like to try new things. Clegg, why did you have to
no!
You've ruined the context of this.
God.
Try new things, like video games. My grandpa plays VR. Despite being over 30. Over 30's not that old.
Wait.
When gaming started to take form.
Yeah, my dad used to play back in the day, but he stopped.
Oh, okay. I really understood that as my grandfather plays VR, even though he's 30.
No.
And I was like, your grandfather is 30?
I just...
I
I was
don't know where you got
refer-
VR from. That says video games.
No, I know. But the thing is, I was referencing a very specific adult ad where it's like... I'll just explain the plot of it.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the people's wearing VR and the other one's like, well, now I'm going to touch your dingle. And then he's like, wow, this VR is really realistic.
Yeah,
That sounds like a porno, not an ad.
You'll never guess what it's an ad for.
No.
An adult film.
What?
Yeah.
Well, they would
Now-
sell a lot more Oculuses if they went with that.
Moving along.
Yeah. I rushed to the Vista deck, but the crime had already been committed.
What does Tim Curry sound like, by the way?
I have no idea.
Tim Curry was the butler from Clue. Tim Curry was the pirate from Muppet Treasure Island. Tim Curry was the voice of the sludge from that movie where there's a rainforest and a guy shrinks down and there's a bat.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kid.
Oh,
No.
Fern Gully?
Fern Gully. He was the voice of the
Jesus.
slime from Fern Gully. He was It in It, the first version. He was
So I saw Miss Ellen in Gloomsbury collapsed and Master Sauron writing in his notebook.
I
that?
don't know, man. I don't know about that.
Tim Curry was in Home Alone too. He was the guy who was at the hotel.
No. Master Sauron said to me, I'll
Muppet
take
Treasure
the
Island.
blame
That's
for
what
the
it was.
murder.
Thank you.
So please, take care of Ellen. But I went against his order. I tore the page out of his notebook and hid the body.
Morgan, you're right. He was Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Wait a second. What Mr. Sprocket was writing in his notebook at the time could it be? It was meant to be a confession, an admission he'd killed Gloomsbury himself. Ah, fine.
He did write rather large.
He did.
And it was noted that Sauron writes small and neat.
detailed.
Yeah.
He wrote that message to take the blame for Miss Wyatt.
And that is correct. Master Sauron did Gloomsbury with hit Gloomsbury with the timekeeper to save Miss Ellen.
But Miss Ellen came in from the top ropes in tag team championship to seal the deal and put him down for not 1, 2, 3, but infinity.
Then Mr. Sprocket was the culprit after all.
However, that blow did not kill Mr. Gloomsbury.
That makes sense. Mr. Sprocket's injury wouldn't allow him to put much force into it.
Enraged, Gloomsbury tried to attack Master Sauron, who was already seriously wounded. But just in the nick of time, Miss Ellen hit Gloomsbury from behind and finished him off, it would seem.
So, the one who inflicted the fatal blow was the defendant. It's okay, Kosan. He's memeing. It's a good game.
Yes, that is correct. But Master Sauron tried to take all of the blame onto himself.
Everyone here hates this game, and we're all just having a big hate party. It's very ironic.
Look at her with her stupid top knot and her giant ball necklace that doesn't go all the way around her neck. How is it even
Their
staying there?
Magatama that isn't even charged.
It's not even green. It's not charged. Who even wears a non-charged Magatama?
Design flaws.
Hairballs?
Look at that guy with the sweater vest in the back. It's like his arms are glued onto his body.
He's not even blinking.
No.
Yeah.
No way. This is pretty bad, Nick.
This game? No kidding. Pretty bad is an understatement. Well, Mr. Wright. It seems your decision to call for Mr. Nickety has backfired. For the true culprit behind this case remains the defendant, Ellen Wyatt. Could this get any worse? But Pierce was involved in the cover-up plot, and I bet he has something to hide. Man. This is awesome, though. It's like a circle of accusation.
Whoa, Black Kitten!
Also, I'm just memeing with you, so don't worry. I meant to say over 30 when gaming really started to form around the 2000s with Halo and the other 3D games. That's your opinion. I did hear him mention he have kids. I can't remember if he mentioned grandkids, but he definitely is over 50. Maybe 60?
Wait.
I'll
What
see
can
you
you say
later.
that gaming really started to form around the 2000s?
Yes.
Bruh.
Hey,
No.
look.
I think
That's their opinion.
I would say like the Atari, because like the gaming was huge in buildings. Like you gotta educate
the thing
yourself.
about gaming was it was crazy big.
Yeah.
So many people wanted to get in on it that gaming actually crashed after the Atari. Then Nintendo brought it back in 1985.
And then Sega did what Nintendo don't.
Yeah, yeah,
You can't forget that. But like literally, I remember going to restaurants that had like Ataris built into the table.
Oh yeah.
And, like you could go and went like there was a piece of glass over it, and you could
Yep.
play video games while you waited for the order and stuff.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal.
And your 3D argument doesn't hold up either, because there are still pixel art games coming out in this day and age.
Also, 3D was really sort of defined by Super Mario 64.
Fuck you. Sonic 3D is a treasure.
Fuck you, Bubsy 3D.
Oh,
Bubsy 3D.
They should have had a Smash Bros. An early Smash Bros. On like Sega CD with fucking Bubsy Sonic 3D.
Who else? Vector Man. Throw some Vector Man in there.
God.
Oh God.
Masterpiece.
Oh God.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, man. Okay.
Sonic 06 is a treasure that is best kept buried. Let's be real.
We should totally play it.
I would
I
love
would love to play it.
Didn't we randomly play it some date night or something?
We played Sonic something else.
Oh.
Oh, Glover.
Glover. I really wanted to play Glover when I was young. I don't know why. I think I just really liked Hamburger Helper, and I was like, yo, Hamburger Helper's in a video game. Hamburger Helper's got his own video game. I need it.
I'm surprised that didn't escalate to a lawsuit.
Wait a minute. I thought you went to the Vista deck with Mr. Sprocket.
Actually, that is not true.
What? What do you mean?
I found this out afterwards, but Master Sauron went to the Vista deck alone. He went out the escape hatch in the reception hall and went along the outside wall.
The mad lad really did it. I don't know why he didn't use his jetpack, though. Way cooler. What? You can't be serious. You mean Mr. Wright's addle-padded guess was actually correct? What's with the addle-padded? Come on.
I suppose truth really is stranger than fiction.
And fan fiction's stranger than fiction.
Ah, nice. Could you imagine,
And
though,
the truth.
waking up with no memories on the day of your wedding and having to catch up and everything and then do the wedding?
We didn't see that part of 50 First Dates. It was literally one day she woke, like, didn't they end it on, like, them getting married and then, like, she wakes up and she's giving birth or having a baby or she's pregnant?
No. They lived on the ocean in a
lived on
boat.
the, yeah.
Yeah, and she, like, woke up on a boat and then walked outside and they had
No,
kids on
there's
it.
a video that played.
Yeah.
Where
He
it's
plays
like,
the video like, hey, sweetie, don't be surprised.
you have amnesia. You also had a baby. Could you imagine waking up
and
just
then
being
giving
9
birth?
months pregnant and being like, and a strange man's like, it's okay, honey, we're married.
They showed
Oh,
them getting married on the VHS. Right.
yeah.
On VHS, as it goes.
Sweet movie, though. So, Mr. Nickety, when you got to the scene, you saw Mr. Gloomsbury, Miss Wyatt, and Mr. Sprocket in a battle royale. Is that correct?
That is exactly right.
Nice. Why didn't he build any walls? He could have just edited them. Or something.
I saw Miss Ellen and Mr. Gloomsbury collapsed and Mr. Sauron writing in his notebook.
Oh, my bad. Wrong button.
Every time you do this, Clay,
No, it's like every stream.
every single time,
No, you're the one who literally goes forward to read the next line, then goes back.
every second time.
When you and your group arrived at the Vista deck, the murder had already been committed.
That is correct. Bloomsbury had already been struck. Miss Ellen had lost consciousness, probably from the shock of the incident.
And how did Mr. Sprocket appear? Stabbed.
Okay, Jess says that I would love to have that disorder if I was married to a celeb because every day I'd be super hyped to find out. But imagine if they were Adam Sandler.
Oh, no.
He's not personally my type, so if I found out I married Adam Sandler, I might be like, ooh. And then,
Yeah.
I don't know in
like,
real
not
life.
you, but like, ooh. You know?
I don't know. Maybe he's nice.
He could be really nice, but
I don't know anything about him.
The fact he makes movies just to make money makes me upset because I'm like, you're ruining film as an art form because I'm one of those types.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I watch Harry Potter.
Which is a great movie series.
your
What do you
opinion?
mean by that?
What's your opinion on Kino?
I don't know what Kino is. The gambling?
Sure.
Kino?
It's a whole... never mind.
He was bleeding from the stab wound he'd received from Mr. Gloomsbury. Barely conscious, he was writing something in his notebook.
So the mysterious third person Ellen saw really was Sauron then. Hey, TBD. What up?
Oh. Master Sauron said to me, I'll take the blame for the murder, so please.
Oh,
Take care of
Kino. Kino.
Yeah.
Oh. Then it's fine.
So, Mr. Sprocket wrote a note of confession. It's the highest form of film.
I know, it's the best.
Yeah, obviously. So, Mr. Sprocket wrote a note of confession in order to take the blame for Miss Wyatt.
Yes. That notebook is the only form of memory Master Sauron has. So, you understand what his action meant, I trust?
What did it mean, Dick?
Oh yeah, wait a second. You were the one putting down frickin' Adam Sandler and you're into Charlie Day?
I love Charlie Day. He's the epitome of comedy.
The discount Adam Sandler.
And attractiveness.
You might want to look into him. He might just be doing it for the money.
Oh,
No, he's got freckles and he's cute. He can't be doing it in for the money.
Okay. Well,
What do you mean
Heard it
Horrible
here
Bosses
first,
was a
folks.
bad movie? I don't know if Horrible Bosses was a bad
Horrible
movie.
Bosses 2 was definitely a bad movie.
To Sauron, everything in that notebook is true. So Sauron tried to take the blame.
My nose got stuck, PKMN, and I didn't mean to call him Dick, and I hope no one would hear that I called him Dick, but now that you've said it out loud, I can't not say, yeah, I accidentally called him Dick because I was trying to hit the neck, but it wasn't there. When you mean to hit the neck, but you accidentally hit the dick. Moving on, I'm sorry, we're off topic today.
Richard Wright.
My name is Nick Maya, but by altering his own memory like yours to make himself think he did it.
No,
Master Sauron truly loves Miss Ellen. It must have been love that made him do that.
oh god, I'm not even gonna address
Oh,
that. That's
okay.
awesome though.
Okay.
No, this chat's funny.
But
Chad is funnier than all of us.
Combined.
But it went against his order. I tore the page out of his notebook and hid the body.
Mr. Nickety, could you please tell this court about that in more detail?
That, you say? Which part do you mean, Mr. Wright? Could you be more specific?
Oh, all right. What part do I want to know more about? Hiding the body, tearing out the page. How about tearing out the page? Well, I took off my gloves to expose my fingerprints. Let's go with hiding the body. Please tell me more about the hiding of the body.
Very well. After saying he would take the blame, Master Sauron passed out. That's when I hid the body. I quickly took the lift down to the hole where I hid Mr. Gloomsbury's still warm body in the spare peggable lantern.
I appreciate the details on the still warm. That's a nice picture, I guess.
Thanks.
So it was you who hid the body, not the defendant.
To think, Mr. Butts would move the lantern containing the body to the reception hall. Well, I did not see that coming.
I don't blame you. Not even Larry can predict what Larry will do next. He's a bit of a wild card, bitches. Maybe I should take another look at the lantern as in evidence.
Mr. Wright, would you like that statement added to the witness's testimony?
Sure.
Why not? It was still warm.
Yes, please.
Very well. Please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Nickety.
Lickety splickety. We only have one
in the
health.
hold, I hid the still warm body in the spare peggable lantern. So what's really weird is they really kind of gave it to us here, but I'm going to save anyway.
We
Not that
didn't
it really matters.
press it though.
Listen, Tom, that statement
Yeah.
is impressive enough.
Ah,
I
there
don't
it
need
is.
to press it. But yeah, because they're like, maybe I should take a look at the lantern in evidence. And he's like, I did it and stuff. And then we're like, okay, great, right? And that's
Yeah.
fine. But there's blood on the handle of the peggable.
Ah.
Which means he probably wasn't dead because of hand blood.
Ah.
Remember
yeah,
hand blood that we haven't
hand blood.
we haven't talked
Thanks.
about the hand blood.
Gotta talk about that.
Anyways, I'll press it for Tom because he doesn't think it's impressive.
No, I don't.
Why did you hide the body in the lantern?
As I told you yesterday, it was to make it as though the murder never happened.
They're just lanterns. They're not portals to other dimensions. You just
But thanks to Mr. Butts, things did not turn out as planned.
they'd start to smell. Everyone would know.
So, holding the second wedding reception wasn't Mr. Sprocket's idea. But yours, wasn't it?
It was all for Master Sauron's sake and Sprocket Aviation. If I am accused of a crime for trying to cover up the incident, I shall accept it willingly.
He really doesn't seem to care about him, or to even care about himself.
So he's talking about the cover-up after the incident, huh?
Right. That's information only somebody who was actually involved could know.
So it might be a really important piece of testimony.
I think so too. I'll really have to tread carefully here.
I rushed to the Vista deck, but in
No!
Oh, every time.
Every time like clockwork.
Every time, eh?
Every second time. That's what I said.
Every time, huh?
Every time.
Every time, huh?
Yeah.
You want to keep that witty commentary to yourself next time?
No, not really.
No? Okay, well then I
think
guess
this
we're
is-
going to continue to do it every time.
It's
Every
really
time.
like
Oh, I see what you're doing. I wasn't even noticing that you were going through it all.
it's really kind of appropriate for the case, you know, where they
Oh,
held like a second
time
reception.
travel.
Like we'll just hold a second testimony. It's the same as the first testimony, but something this time is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Someone died. It was me.
I don't know. Do we feel good about the broken lantern at this? I feel like I'm being set up a little bit, and we haven't lost yet, although we've basically memed ourselves to death.
Yeah.
There's literally no other way I want to go out other than memeing myself to
All
death,
right.
so throw it.
Oh, but it's right. I can't believe they just gave us the answer like that.
Yep.
Could it be? Is that what happened? If what I'm thinking is true, then maybe I can prove neither Ellen nor Soren did the deed.
Obviously, they didn't get married. They didn't have time to consummate.
Mr. Nickety, you said the body was still warm when you hit it, correct? So then what if Mr. Gloomsbury was still alive when you went to put his body inside the lantern?
what?
What? That's preposterous.
It would be if not for hand blood.
Actually, this shows that the victim might have still been alive while inside the lantern. I wonder if they...
I'm afraid you'll have to point out which part you're talking about, Mr. Wright.
This part here shows that the victim might have still been alive inside the lantern. I wonder if they, like, did the whole mix-up thing on Emma's part where she put the outside handle on the... Or sorry, the inside handle on the outside, just so that you didn't have to go inside the evidence.
100%.
Then again, they could have just had the door open. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know why they did what they did here, but they did. Maybe we'll find out.
Take that!
As you can see, the back end of the lantern is a door. A bowl. And there's blood here on the wheel handle.
That's on the outside.
I don't know why. I think the wheel handle is a really great name for a bar.
Oh.
I think it's because the wheelhouse sounds like a bar name, and wheel handle is very
Wheel
similar.
handle, maybe. They both start with wheel.
the wheel handle.
That blood stain
Oh,
must have
no.
gotten there when the witness put the body inside the lantern. It in no way shows that the victim drew his last breath while he was within the lantern. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. For you see, in putting this lantern back together, the police inadvertently placed the inside handle on the outside, and vice versa. What?
Just reading chat. And if Tom Robert De Niro and a raccoon had a baby, it would be Tom Raccoonero. Why?
Is that Jess?
No, that's heckin' Rapid Bond.
Oh.
They've been going off about me having a handlebar mustache.
Well,
Which now
Rapidmon,
I'm feeling I gotta do.
formerly known as
interesting. Well,
Gargamon.
you did it that one
Formerly
time in
as
that video.
Terror.
That one time in that one video.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did have that biker stash.
In other words, the wheel handles got... In other words, Tom Handlebars got swapped.
Oh my! So they got swapped.
Yes, they got swapped.
They got swapped. That's ridiculous.
They got swapped!
They got swapped.
They got swapped!
Not at all. If you compare the other male Peggle lantern in the reception hall... It's quite obvious the wheel handles were attached backwards. The detective in charge of the restoration will see me in my office later. Sorry, Emma. And good luck.
But in that case, What does the bloodstain on the wheel handle mean?
What does the blood stain?
The bloodstain didn't get here by chance. When the victim was put inside the lantern, he was only unconscious, not dead. When he regained consciousness, he probably tried to get out of the lantern. So he grasped the inner wheel handle, and that's when the blood got on it. This proves that the victim was still alive when he was inside the lantern.
At the time, I was completely convinced Gloomsbury was dead. Had I checked more carefully, he might have survived.
Unfortunately, to be sure, but not significant enough to change this trial's outcome. Oh, sorry, unfortunate to be sure. Whatever. Moving on. Again, I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. It actually has a very significant impact on this case. The victim was struck by the defendant and then died from his injuries sometime later. There's nothing more to it.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong.
Yeah.
Let's take another look at Mr. Gloomsbury's autopsy report, shall we?
Hit him with the facts, Nick.
Talk about the hand blood.
Please focus on the description of his injuries. It says 1 contusion found on the back of the head and 1 on the side.
What about the hand blood?
It's irrelevant to this case,
The guy in
Nyan.
the background. Bring up the hand blood.
Talk about the hand blood, Nick. Nick, talk about the hand blood.
The man in the gallery will stop mentioning the man blood.
Man blood.
Being discussed as we speak.
Yes. The one Mr. Sprocket gave him, and the one Miss Wyatt delivered to finish him off. No, the defense would like to submit a different interpretation.
A different interpretation.
Yes. Pierce Nickety grabbed the timekeeper, bludgeoned the victim on the side of the head, threw him in the pega bowl, and then lit it on fire.
Oh, wow.
Perfect. The victim was knocked unconscious by the first blow, and then was put into the lantern.
And then lit on fire.
Then what about the lethal blow by the defendant that the witness talked?
I really hope it's not like Mr. Gloomsbury coming out of the pega bowl being like, oh God, what a terrible headache I had. What an experience. Am I bleeding? I'm going to get out of this pega bowl now. What am I doing? And as he gets out, like Pierce just sees him and is like, oh no, you don't.
Smashes him back through the pega bowl and breaking it. Yeah.
Oh God.
Then what about the lethal blow by the defendant that the witness talked about?
Yes, well, that didn't happen. After some time, when the victim regained consciousness and tried to get out of the what's happening, that's when he received the second blow that finished him off.
With the flower pot.
Oh no.
No. Taking into account the fact that the victim was alive for a period after the first hit. In you go.
So I watched Year One not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Not a great movie.
Yak Black.
But it had the actor of Tobias Funke play Cain or Abel. Of the Cain and Abel. And then
Yes.
Paul Rudd played his brother. The point of the story is, whichever one killed the other one, he like beat him down. He's like, "Oh no, a complete accident happened, and now my brother has died. You guys believe me? Like you saw it, right?" And they're, yeah. And then his brother gets up. He's like, "Oh, why'd you do that for?"
Oh,
and like, doom, knocks him out again. And it's like, "Wow, what a horrible accident has occurred here this day."
Second.
I think they showed that part in the trailer. That's the only reason that
know.
rings a bell.
Oh, really? I didn't see the trailer, but
Thinking back
saw
on
the
that
movie.
movie.
not great.
Not a good movie.
Not good movie. Not a good
And
movie.
he did receive a second blow to the head. It does seem entirely possible.
Yes, as long as the first blow didn't kill the victim instantly. Then there's a possibility that somebody other than Mr. Sprocket or Miss Wyatt delivered the fatal blow. That's all you've got? Even if there was a time lag between the two blows, the prosecution's position doesn't change. What do you mean? It's elementary, Mr. Wright.
Copyright claimed. Hello, I am an attorney of Sherlock Holmes's estate.
Objection, you're held in contempt. Get out of here.
I wish something would hold me.
I call your mother to the witness stand. Now deal with that. After the reception, when the defendant was cleaning up the reception hall, the victim, who was supposed to be dead, suddenly came out of the lantern. The defendant grabbed the murder weapon, which was right there, and finished him off.
Damn it.
That sounds awfully familiar.
Of course it does, Your Honor, because it's exactly what I proposed at the very start. The second blow was inflicted by the defendant after all. That was... I feel like I was missing a sound effect there. Where was the... pa-ching? The thing. It really... Perfect.
I see. It seems a tangle of mysteries has unraveled into a single thread. Also, I forgot to tell everyone that there is a kindergarten class sitting in on this murder trial.
Now, Timmy, what do you think about murder? I think it's cool.
I don't feel so good, Miss Frizzle.
But as long as there's a possibility that the fatal blow was delivered by a third person, then we
What about a third grader?
then we must continue the deliberations. Give it up, Mr. Wright. Unless you have something to prove the presence of your precious third person. Precious third person. Hey,
Adam!
That's it, Clay. You're a loose, clairvoyant cannon.
I try.
From now on, your prediction checks are at a disadvantage, and your usage of Lucky is hereby revoked.
What? That's
I was so close to
bullshit,
picking Lucky.
okay? I picked the halfling class specifically for Lucky, okay? If I don't have that, then at least give me a different feat. Jesus.
My God. Okay, we leveled up our characters to level 4 last night, and I had the choice.
Yeah.
And I almost took Lucky as a skill.
It's good.
It's a great skill.
really great, yeah.
And I wouldn't have been murdered by a boulder. I set off a pitfall trap.
Well, that was a bit unlucky, but anyways.
I
When you're
know.
murdered by a boulder. Come on now, take some deep breaths.
Good idea. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Oh, okay.
There. Don't you feel better already?
No. Maya's right. I should calm down, get my focus back, and go over everything again. And then, hopefully, I'll be able to find something to prove there was a third person. Let's see. First, why did Gloomsbury attack Ellen?
Because he was tired of taking the blame for the accident?
But something about that line of reasoning just doesn't feel quite right to me.
No? How come?
Well, it's just a personal if it was just a personal vendetta, he had already stabbed sorry. Stab the guy. What more do you want? It's like an eye for an eye at that point, you know? Like, you crash a car, you get stabbed. It's like 1 for 1 here. Like, there's no way. It would just upset the balance of the force if he went any further.
No.
So why then was he so determined to go after Ellen?
You're right. This whole thing feels too premeditated for a crime of passion.
But Gloomsbury didn't seem to have a personal grudge against Ellen. If Gloomsbury didn't have a personal reason to attack Ellen, then... Come on, Phoenix, the note. We've had it since the beginning of the first trial. The literal note that says, please kill Ellen.
Please, kill Ellen.
You know what's really fucking funny about this note that I just realized?
Yeah.
Like the wording of it. Like, send her off. It doesn't say throw her off.
No.
It's like to send someone off. It's
know.
like, okay, bye. And I'm pretty sure they said there was a helipad or something on the front of it.
There was a helipad on the front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It wasn't a murder note
Oh
at
my
all.
God. It was all a big misunderstanding. Oh my God. Like, really poor choice of words here. Wow.
And teach her a lesson.
Yeah.
I killed her. What? No, you're supposed to teach her a lesson.
Any topic you could have chosen.
You've taken long enough, Mr. Wright. Now time for some action. What proof do you have that a third person was involved? All right, I'll show you. I'm not completely sure of what I'm doing yet, but it looks like I'm out of time. This piece of evidence proves the involvement of a third person. Oh, God. Oh, man, do we go with this note? Oh, those written by a right-handed person. Okay, well, I'm gonna just pop a hot save. I mean, like... Okay, let's just take a quick walk here. That's definitely my number one choice so far. Torn out. Oh, the key of blood. We still have a lot of evidence we haven't used. Gloomsbury's dominant left hand.
So he couldn't have written the note.
Couldn't have written the note.
Because it was specifically a right-handed note.
I don't know. I think we got to go with this because I think Sauron might be left-handed too. I'm trying to think back to when he wrote.
I'm pretty sure he was right-handed.
Ruh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-oh.
But the majority of people in the world are right-handed.
But it is kind of true because like Ellen is one party, who Mr. Gloomsbury is the second party, but somebody wrote the note that is not Ellen telling Gloomsbury to throw her over.
No. You got to remove Gloomsbury from this. We have Ellen and Sauron right now, and we're trying to prove a third. I don't know. The note's really the best I got.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with it, and if we lose, that's fine. Take that. Well, I guess we die. Nope, maybe not. I get it now. Yeah! Now I see why this note bothered me so much when I first saw it. It's so unfortunately written. It looks like a note outlining the murder plot, but it's not.
That note was apparently written by the victim.
But why would he feel the need to write instructions to himself like this, with his non-dominant hand very elegantly? Your Honor, please take a look at this note.
This is the victim's murder plan, right?
It's definitely a murder plan, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury didn't write this note himself? What? This is how you intend to conjure up a mysterious third party, Mr. Wright. Can you even prove that that note wasn't written by the victim? Yes, I can, I say smugly.
Very well then, please present your evidence, Mr. Wright.
This evidence proves the victim didn't write the note. It's probably the candelabra.
Candelabra?
Mr. Gloomsbury's dominant left hand, yeah! This is the weapon that Mr. Gloomsbury used to stab Mr. Sprocket. I was wondering what you'd pull out this time. Phoenix looks back into his bag. It's not the paperclip, the rubber band, or the feather here. It's gotta be the candelabra.
It's gotta be the candelabra.
The feather, though, I'll save for later. That's important. That's my trump card.
Comes down to just tickling Edgeworth.
Dare I ask what you could possibly have to do with the note? Mr. Gloomsbury's prints were found on this candelabra, and the prints were from his left hand.
So that makes the victim left-handed, correct?
Neo.
Exactly, Your Honor. The police looked into it too and confirmed as much. Now, take a look at the smudged writing in this note. Notice how the smudging only starts from the middle of each preceding line. Had this been written by a lefty, the writing would have been smudged from the far left end. This means whoever wrote this note was definitely right-handed. In other words, somebody other than the victim wrote this note.
What? But if someone other than Mr. Gloomsbury wrote the note, then what does this note mean?
Mr. Gloomsbury followed this note to the letter when he attacked Miss Wyatt. So, clearly, this note isn't a murder plan written by Mr. Gloomsbury, but rather, these are instructions to kill Miss Wyatt issued by someone else. If it wasn't the victim who wrote these so-called instructions, then who wrote it? Most of the people involved are right-handed, you know.
He is correct. The majority of the family and their employees who were on the airship are indeed right-handed.
Makes sense.
I must say, that is a very rough and slipshod conjecture you've proposed.
I admit I haven't figured out who wrote it just yet.
Leave it to Mr. Edgeworth to go for the jugular.
This culprit who ordered Gloomsbury to attack Ellen, what could their motive have been?
It doesn't seem very likely Ellen did anything to incur anyone's wrath, right?
Right. Not too likely anyway. In that case, it has to be about Sauron.
If somebody were to hold a grudge against Sauron, what would it be about?
That accident, I'd guess. I can understand if Gloomsbury felt resentful about having to take the blame.
But the one who lost the most in that accident was Sauron's sister. She lost her life after all. Sauron suffered too, of course. He was crushed by losing somebody so precious to him.
Somebody precious, huh? Sauron's sister. Wait, there's one more person. There's someone else who must hold a grudge against Sauron.
Did you figure something out?
I think so. I think this somebody else used Gloomsbury to try and get revenge against Sauron.
Did you say somebody tried to get revenge against Mr. Sprocket, Mr. Wright? I can barely hear you from here with your muttering.
The person who manipulated and used Mr. Gloomsbury was... Wait, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, Selena's fiance. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought Ellen for a moment. I was like, wait.
Father.
Man, I want a meme so bad. Oh, man. Oh, man, I want to meme this. Like, the family elder? What? Come on.
Who's this new person? What that
New
one
character? It's Master Roshi or something.
You found out it was me, the family elder. I've been plotting this for years. Selena was the heir to all that we held dear. Why not her father? He was a screw-up. I left everything to her when she was a baby. And now I lost her in a horrible car accident.
And now I was planning to take Soren's fiance to make a better heir. But now it's all ruined thanks to you, lawyer man. I would have gotten away with it too.
Was it you and your meddling spirit medium?
I'm gonna let chat. I wonder if that sank in for chat. No. Okay. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. That's a very obscure reference to the show that actually did that, and it was very funny.
It was so good.
Anyways, oh man, I want to forget it. We memed it.
Like, it's not even going to be
fine.
that
I know,
funny.
it
though.
won't.
Like, that's the thing, is we made it funnier than it's going to be.
It's right. You're right.
It's going to be like, it would be this person, the family elder, and everyone's going to be like, no, there's no family elder. And then he's going to go, God,
idiot.
I thought there was a family elder.
You know what is one thing after playing like 9 Ace Attorney games where I'm like, I don't really like, I get it, but also I do, because it's like the world they live in, but it's so like funny, is like they don't give the defense any time to interview any of the witnesses really, or like construct any evidence or anything like that to have any theories, and so they have to make it up on the spot. And then Edgeworth drills the defense for making everything up on the spot when they literally have no other choice but to make everything up on the spot.
Oh, yes.
God damn it, right? Why don't you have everything figured out beforehand? I don't know, Edgeworth. Maybe if I was allowed to investigate the things and have access to police reports, I wouldn't need to be so surprised by everything. You're an idiot, right? And you're a bluffer. Then finished Mr. Gloomsbury off to silence him. Was a man dear to Mr. Sprocket's older sister, Selena Sprocket's fiancée. Not that I'm positive, but it's certainly possible. This fiancé could have made Gloomsbury attack Ellen to get his revenge on Sauron. Now, if only I knew who that was. If only I had some hint. What?
Her fiancé.
Pierce sweats. Man, I really hope it isn't Pierce. Because I feel like they served it up way too high.
What? You mean with the pocket watch? That's clearly in the picture that he's constantly looking at?
Like, I would have liked it if the pocket watch opened. If the pocket watch opened the other way and you couldn't see the emblem on it, and then after you kind of make the connection, then you see the pocket watch is the thing or whatever. But to like show the same symbol, like front to front, I don't know.
Or like have the pocket watch have like something over the symbol. Like, I don't know, like blood or something, like hand blood.
God damn it.
And then, like, maybe you would have to like look at it in 3D and like open it and stuff.
Order in the court, I say.
And inside, maybe there was a thumbprint or something.
Oh, yes, it does seem quite believable that Miss Selena Sprocket's fiancé was marked by hand blood. Could bear a grudge against Mr. Sprocket for his role in the accident.
A lot of things can be solved with hand blood, Neoside, dude. Let's be real.
Exactly, Your Honor.
See,
Maybe her fiancé was trying to murder Miss Wyatt. In order to make Mr. Sprocket experience the same pain he felt.
Objection!
Miss Sprocket's fiancé was a surgeon, if memory serves. But the only person who attended the reception were family and staff members. That may be, but then that just means that Miss Sprocket's fiancé must have been a lawyer surgeon among those who attended.
what? A lawyer surgeon? Is that a surgeon who's a lawyer or a surgeon who only works on lawyers?
Of course. Otherwise, how could he have killed Mr. Gloomsbury? Unless he was a lawyer, doctor, surgeon, soldier, butler.
Oh, I see what you're doing. This is just another giant bluff, isn't it?
All right, I'll bite.
Not hard, please.
Who exactly do you claim this fiancé to be?
Yes, I would like to know as well.
Are you sure you're gonna be okay, Nick?
Maybe? When it comes to suspicious people, there's only one person on my list, Trucy Wright. I need to find something that connects her to Selena. This will help us identify Miss Sprocket's fiancé. Oh, God.
Now it's time for the pocket watch.
No, we don't have the pocket watch as the evidence. It's a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The picture of the pocket watch.
No, you're wrong, Yanny. I was right, okay? Stop trying to
Sorry.
steal my thunder.
Why am I so stupid?
I know.
Just a stupid boy.
Please take a look at this photo, Your Honor.
The photo, it has nothing to do with anything. We need to send the pocket watch, Clay. Why are you like this?
Notice Miss Sprocket's pocket watch. Haven't we seen it somewhere before?
Oh.
Yes, now that you mention it, I do feel as if I've seen it somewhere before.
I really wish that his sprite had it out and he just like closes it and puts it in his pocket.
That would have been good.
Does some shifty eyes.
Shifty eyes.
Yeah.
I believe we've all seen it, right here in this very courtroom. Ugh, impossible. That's right, the pocket watch in this photo. Oh my God, thank you for that. Oh, zoom. It's the same pocket watch Mr. Nickety has on him right now.
What?
This is clear proof of a strong connection between Pierce Nickety and Selena Sprocket.
No. Well, Mr. Nickety, is this true?
Man, like, this makes me so angry about that conversation we had back on the dock where we were like,
Hey, Mr. Nickety, do you know Selena's fiancé? I know him very well.
Well, it was like, you know, I wonder what he's doing. Or they alluded to him and he just said the stupid, like...
he's closer than you think.
Yeah. Darth Vader murdered your father. What? I thought you said he murdered it. Oh, from a sense he sort of did.
Well, Mr. Nickety, is this true?
Mr. Nickety, you were once engaged to Selena Sprocket. That pocket watch you keep as a memento of her, don't you? Mr. Nickety, you plan to rob Mr. Sprocket of his loved one to make him feel the same pain as you. Isn't that right?
Whoever is, I'm sure he's very handsome.
But Mr. Sprocket managed to fight back and knocked Mr. Gloomsbury unconscious. You thought Mr. Gloomsbury was dead and hid his body in the lantern.
Which, for a surgeon, is kind of a really big deal. You should, like, you practice medicine. You should know when a person's not being alive anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Dang.
He's not. It's. I can't even say he's like a plastic surgeon or something either, because he saved Soren's life.
Only to ruin it later. You ever save a child's life only to ruin it as an adult? All of our parents are like, yes, me, it was me. I did that.
Huh.
Except for your mom, Tom. She's a sweetie.
Oh, yeah.
But then you notice Mr. Gloomsbury regained consciousness. And so you finished him off to prevent your plan from being exposed. This is the defense's take on what really happened in this murder case.
Mr. Wright, does this mean you wish to officially accuse this witness of the murder of dumbass Gloomsbury?
Does the defense accuse Mr. Nickety of the murder?
What?
Don't,
Nick, why are you talking
don't
about yourself in
accuse.
a person like this?
Wait, if I back down now, it's all over. I have to take the plunge and chase this down to the very end. The defense indicts Pierce Nickety on the charge of murdering Doomass Gloomsbury.
Oh my! Mr. Nickety, would you care to respond? This is juicy.
Ma'am, this lawyer just yaps on and on and on.
Yo, that's rude.
Very rude.
As you guessed, this watch is a memento of Selena. It stopped working at the time of the accident, though.
Then you really are.
Yes. I was Dr. Lawyer Selena fiancé. And not just her fiancé.
Okay.
But also a doctor lawyer. But the surgeon beside her deathbed.
Objection!
Mr. Nickety, why didn't you tell me any of this before?
Shut it, you useless prosecutor.
Oh!
Wow.
Emma just flies in.
From the top balcony! I thought you could be of use, but apparently this case was too much for you.
What did you say?
You heard me. If your office hadn't stuck its nose all up in this, I could have swept it under the rug. Not only did you interfere with the case, but you even let me fall under suspicion.
That's because you kept trying to cover things up on the sly. But covering things up wasn't your only involvement. The only person who had a motive to use the victim to try and kill Miss Wyatt was you! Oh!
Oh no, I love that guy.
Oh!
What has happened?
Oh my,
He's removing his limiters.
Malignant tumors. There are malignant tumors in this courtroom.
Lesions.
Lesions oozing with false charges.
Oh my god.
What's that?
The tumors are one idiotic lawyer and one useless prosecutor. After the truth is revealed, I'll have the both of you incised from the legal world.
Well, this is getting weird. I'd like to see you try.
With the power of the Sprocket family, it'd be a cinch. I will now begin the operation.
What in the world happened to Mr. Nickety?
Looks like he's finally showing his true colors.
Nick, look what he did to that shoulder mech.
Quit your yapping before I suture your chatty lips shut.
It's like he's a completely different person.
Sure looks like it, huh? Well, can't let our guards down now. I don't feel like my life is in danger at all. Mr. Nickety, it's finally time for you to testify to the truth.
It seems we're entering the final act at last. Oh my god. Looking at my chair, the edges of my seat are completely worn out. Years. Years of this shit. The middle's fine, but every edge is just completely worn down. Witness your testimony, please.
The right to remain silent. Oh my god, if it's just ... and that's it, I will. Oh, that'd be amazing. It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
God. Oh my God.
Oh, it's happening.
And then what happened?
Yeah!
The thing happened.
Mr. Nickety, why didn't you say anything?
Ah, he just took a picture of me or something.
It's a Polaroid.
Oh my god.
The spikes are part of his skull.
We've learned so much. He actually has a horrible growth coming out of his head, and that's why his hair grows like this.
Oh my god. This must be the doctor that worked with Professor Layton.
You want me to voluntarily testify, hoping I will make a slip of the tongue. Not a very impressive plan. Or brain, I might add.
Ow. That was uncalled for.
If you want to know something, you ask the question.
Phoenix is Sonic.
I will answer, but I have no intention of making any voluntary statements of my own.
What's he trying to do, Nick?
He's using the silent treatment as a strategy to avoid getting tripped up. Clever guy. No more lies, Mr. Nickety. You will tell us nothing but the truth from now on.
The radiation's not for you.
Oh, I can't wait.
What do you think you're doing? Trying to give everyone cancer by X-rays.
Apparently, yeah.
What's Edgeworth's gonna be? Because he won't have spikes. I don't think his bangs are gonna be part of his head. Maybe his forehead will be like kind of big. I don't know. Let's see. Anyone else have a guess? No. No.
His teeth are fake.
Oh. Here it comes. Oh.
Oh my God.
His cravat, of course. It's not actually a cravat. It's just
It's an enhanced breastplate.
it's just a breastplate. Yeah, he's grown it.
Oh, man. No one asked you to speak. Just keep quiet over there and play with your frills.
So maybe he doesn't have a heart?
How dare you? Well, this is a rather unconventional situation, but please proceed, Mr. Wright.
Adam!
I have to admit, the but thou must moments do lead to really good moments in characterization. Also, right to remain silent, best testimony ever.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking great. And what I'll say about with the but thou must moments, what I would really appreciate, because like, okay, like just a really quick thing. Those moments are super intense and the whole case is on the line and they give you that decision. And I understand that the decision is to make you feel like you are the one doing the accusation, right?
Yeah.
It's not like on rails. You technically have a choice.
Yeah.
Right? But what I would really appreciate in those moments is if you said don't accuse, it just gave you a game over.
Well, or if he's like, if I choose this option and if I stick with it, I will lose this case.
Yeah, like I'll lose the case so I don't indict him now. Do I? But at the same time, there's a risk. Do I do it? And like you just lose, and it doesn't need to be like a big like end like bad ending or whatever. Just nope. The defense has nothing, Your Honor. We don't, and the trial's over. Game over. Goes out or whatever, and that would be fine. And then it'd be like, well, I'm an idiot for doing that. But when I pick like don't accuse and it does it anyway, then I'm kind of like, why'd you even ask me then?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
You're just pretending like I'm playing the game when the game's playing you.
Yeah.
And I'm playing these donations from the Black Demon.
Okay.
But like I'd be pissed at myself because like obviously I picked the stupid choice. TBD, thank you.
All right,
But-
this is the last name time, for now at least.
Ooh.
So we have a long one here.
TBD.
As discussed earlier, his name is a pun on persnickety, but Pierce surprisingly sounds like Pierce, which is something surgeons do on a daily basis.
Oh,
That makes sense.
Hey, TBD.
His Japanese name is Kazuharu Jumonji. Jumonji literally means the character for 10, or simply said cross.
TBD.
Cross is commonly associated in Christian religion with death, and it could be referencing Selena Sprocket dying under his care.
And also hospitals always have a cross.
Kazu means one, while Haru means heal. Together they might mean one who heals, referencing his job as a surgeon.
Oh, neato.
Also, Jumonji kind of sounds like Jumanji, the Robin Williams film, which, spoilers, kind of involves giant spiders that terrified me as a child. Although that's just a guess. And time travel.
I don't know if that movie holds up, but I remember it being really freaking good.
I remember being literally nightmares, couldn't sleep.
Yeah, those spiders were nightmare fuel. The special effects were really good for the time.
Yeah.
And Robin Williams was awesome. I don't know. I remember it being a really good movie. I'll have to give it a watch again. Yeah, right? Zidane thinks it was fantastic too.
Time traveling spiders, Miva, don't even put that in my head.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate those. So thank you.
That's crazy support and crazy information.
Right.
I hope you stick around. And yeah, I mean, depending on what happens with the Ace Attorney series, it definitely won't be the last game here.
No, and also, well, TBD knows all sorts of name facts. I also saw them say Jack Black's real name is Thomas.
Oh, no way.
Is that a true thing that you said, or were you just joking around, TBD?
I think it's true.
Stage name. Could be. I'd take his word for it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people have stage names.
Oh yeah, Tom Cruise.
Appreciate it a lot, though.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it!
I'm really excited for this.
If he won't speak voluntarily, then I guess I'll have to ask him something. What question should I ask?
What are you thinking about?
Man, I want to ask him his reason for killing Bloomsbury.
What are your reasons for killing Bloomsbury? I hated him. Your Honor?
I hated him.
Isn't it true that when Mr. Gloomsbury regained consciousness inside the lantern, you murdered him in order to silence him?
He was an excellent employee and very loyal to me. Bloomsbury was my right-hand man. I'd suffer the most from losing him. You really think I'd kill a guy like that?
That would make sense only if you were innocent, but you're not. But since your goal was revenge, you don't really have to care about something like that.
But I am innocent, I tell you.
Ooh, he's got the
Don't
wiggly fingers.
try to force your conjectures onto me.
I've never seen somebody with wiggly fingers like that ever be innocent, okay? You're a bad dude. I guess without decisive evidence, I can't pursue this line of questioning any further.
Mr. Wright, would you like that statement added to the witness's testimony?
Hell yeah.
Adam!
Yeah, those moments are great when the why have such a crisis of conscience. Also, someone better call the burn ward because Pierce is roasting the court.
Absolutely. If only there was a surgeon who could help us with these burns.
No.
Wait a second. Yes, please, Your Honor. Every little bit I can drag out of him helps, right?
Oh, no. It replaced that one.
Yeah.
What did Mr. Gloomsbury think of Mr. Sprocket? After all, he was forced to take the blame for the accident. He must have been resentful.
Crises. My bad.
He got his position as the lead servant in exchange for taking the blame. It wasn't exactly a bad deal for him.
But he must have felt some sort of indignation.
Who knows? Now that he's dead, we'll never know for sure. It's pointless to talk about it any further.
Man, if only we had some way to speak with the dead.
Looks to Maya.
What? What am I supposed to do?
All right. Dead men tell no tales after all. Looks to Maya.
What? Why do you keep looking at me? I'm just here to help you out.
Okay. Damn. Well, I mean, like, I guess we somehow picked the right one there. All right.
Hold it!
If he won't speak voluntarily,
Unless.
then I guess I'll have to ask him something. What question should I ask? Oh,
Yeah,
nice. It's the
yeah, I
same
was gonna
one.
say there are three options.
Well, I guess we'll just go through here then.
You should ask him the same thing twice.
You've been nursing a grudge against Mr. Sprocket over the loss of your fiancée.
Ha,
Isn't that
nursing.
right?
I'd be lying if I said I felt no resentment whatsoever. But Master Sauron didn't cause that accident on purpose. Master Sauron himself suffered greatly.
Sorry. Wow, man. Never mind. Just 1 second.
All
I think
right,
it's like
folks.
for a bit or for like bathroom.
I think it's for a bit, because a bathroom, I feel like you just wait another minute, you know?
You think?
I think so. Like, we're right in the middle of a testimony. There's going to be a nice break coming up.
I know what's happening. I'm gonna call it. Do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah, spoil it.
I can't spoil it. He'll get mad.
What? Oh, it's a bit.
It's a bit.
Oh,
It's
man.
a bit. He's gonna come back and things are gonna be a little bit different.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Ah!
Oh,
Same?
this is what I thought he was gonna wear them, but he brought it for you. That makes sense.
All right, folks. I'm here for Clay's rectal exam. Let me just get my hand inside here.
The good old electal rectal.
Yeah,
Electal rectal?
yeah, because it's an elective exercise.
Oh.
The cosplay we came for. Yeah, it's too bad we don't have a Sephiroth wig.
And a monocle.
And a monocle.
And a long jacket.
Master Sauron himself
Oh.
suffered greatly.
Yeah, you're right, Zero. You're right. Hold on. Now it's my turn. Dr. Tom, please come to room 508. Dr. Tom, to room 508. Thank you.
We must make this quick.
But you quit being a surgeon and found a way to get even closer to Mr. Sprocket. Wasn't that so you could carry out your revenge on him?
Don't insult me.
Yeah, Phoenix is definitely forgetting the part where when Selena was dying, she told Nickety to take care of him. Oh my
God.
All been one misunderstanding.
My God. Take care of Soren. Teach him a lesson. He'll never forget.
Oh, I will. Supporting Master Sauron and Sprocket Aviation with my life's work is my penance for not being able to save Selena. This is how I honor her.
You would have had a much better time taking off your headphones.
What's wrong with this?
I feel your devotion as both a fiancé and a surgeon. Your statement breaks my heart.
I've never thought of exacting revenge on Master Sauron.
Never thought of it, huh? I guess I should probably take that with a pound of salt. That's funny. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. Like a grain of salt?
I know. I think
Pound
it's a funny joke.
A hyperbole?
A hyperbole.
As it were.
Yes, please, Your Honor. I have to find an opening somehow.
I never thought of exacting revenge on Master Sauron.
So you have had no thoughts of vengeance towards Mr. Sprocket whatsoever.
Of course not! Selena wouldn't have wanted that. I've thrown my own life away and live solely for the sake of the Sprocket family. That's how I show my love for her.
Alrighty then.
Well, one thing's for sure. Pierce really gets emotional when it comes to Selena.
No kidding. Remember that time we showed him that picture of Selena? I'm not sure how he feels about Sauron, but his love for Selena is pretty obvious.
Hold it!
If he won't speak voluntarily, then I guess I'll have to ask him something. What question should I ask? Actions on the day of the crime. On the day of the incident, you were constantly surrounded by your subordinates. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. I was in someone's line of sight at all times. After all, I was busy taking care of every detail of the event. Mr. Edgeworth, I believe your investigation backs up my claim.
I got statements that said groups of his subordinates worked with him in rotation. So he was always with someone.
As the prosecutor just said, I couldn't even get close to the lantern containing Gloomsbury by myself. Let alone kill him.
Pierce didn't have a chance to get close to the victim alone, huh?
Mr. Wright, would you like that statement added to the witness's testimony?
Add that to the testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have that statement added to his testimony.
Very well.
I was always in the company of others. I didn't have an opportunity to murder Gloomsbury.
So, you were always in someone's line of sight.
I was surrounded by family members and staff as we prepared for the reception. During the reception, I was stationed behind the sweetheart table to attend to the couple. When could I have possibly committed the murder?
I'm not buying it. If Pierce is the true killer, then there must have been some time when he was out of everyone's sight.
What do you think, Nick? Is there a chance for us here?
Absolutely. Well, as long as we have some kind of testimony from him, there has to be. I'll just have to compare his testimony against the evidence and...
Find an inconsistency, right?
Exactly. This is it. I have to do this right. Wait, I want that added to the testimony, though. Well, Larry's photo does it again. Larry's photo, because he wasn't there in Larry's photo. But he's there. But he's not in shit. I really had this. He wasn't there because I remember seeing a picture of the sweetheart table. Maybe was there details here?
I thought we had two pictures.
We did.
With the red and the
With the red with the red bouquet, he wasn't there.
Yeah, where's our red picture? Red dead picture. That was horrible. I want to put that back in my mouth.
Huh. Okay. I passed it twice? What?
Oh wait, go to the photo that has it? Isn't there two pictures to it? No,
there isn't.
Okay, let's go slow from this point on. A little faster. Okay. There it is. No. No. It's not the lift blood stain. Chat, you're crazy.
Sorry, I mistook it. Yeah, I see. I thought so. I swear, anyways, I guess we don't have it, so I'll start looking for something else. But Larry's photo was basically, once again, this photo, but she was holding a red bouquet, and Pierce was not there.
He was not there.
Was never added to the record. Oh, man. Please send hand blood. No.
Hand blood!
Do you want to check out the body?
Sure. I'm gonna... these seem too frivolous. Right-hand man, I'd suffer the most from losing him. Nothing we can do with that. I never thought of exacting revenge on Sauron. No, I was always in the company of others. I didn't have an opportunity to murder. I think this is the one we got to get him on. Mm-hmm. But what are we going to do it with is the real question here.
I really thought it was that photo.
I know.
And now
me
I don't
too.
know what it is.
Well,
It's a clock with a secret mechanism. Oh man, I really want to know what it is.
we know what it is.
In before it's a message from Selena saying, "Don't kill anybody, Nickety, even though I have died." Sorry, she wouldn't call him Nickety. She'd call him Pierce. Piercy Poo, don't
Okay,
kill
read
anyone
this.
with your surgeon powers. Oh, my voice is going. Where are you going, voice? Hold on.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you. Sorry.
He got rid of the body, and people were just hanging around while he was doing that.
I'm so sorry. I forget that this is like really close to your guys' face.
Oh, look, there's those flowers too.
Yeah, Oh, you can't. I wonder if it's much of the reception hall is obscured. Maybe he did it in the fog.
No, he's right there though, man.
He did it in the fog.
No, but
he slithered
yeah,
along
in
the
the
ground
photo
like
he
the
is,
snake
like-
that he is, and stabbed Nickety
Actually,
in the
like
hand.
I'm saying, it says the description is a lot of the reception hall was obscured. He's standing right beside the pegable that had it in it.
What could it be?
It could be this one too.
Because it literally shows dumbass entering and then Pierce entering and then Pierce piercing dumbass's entry.
Well, and then Ellen, and then Pierce said that Sauron didn't go in the hold and he went outside like the mad lad he is.
yeah.
But Pierce said that him and his people went there, and then.
Yeah.
But this is what doesn't make any sense. He says that Pierce said, "Me and my people went through there, and the deed was already done." But he entered before Ellen. How is that possible then?
Oh.
No, because the Ellen entry is actually Larry. I thought we established that.
Oh, maybe. But then, how did Ellen get there? I don't know. I guess we could send the photo, but
Yeah.
I can save, guys. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it won't make any difference.
Because if we fail,
It just
It just-
rewinds time with a crazy lawyer power that no one ever talks about. Time travel. Time travel.
A mystic adventure.
Ellen's statement. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send the photo.
Send the photo. Yes.
Oh man, but also the entry log.
What?
Aw.
No.
So you think it's the photo?
Send the
eh?
photo.
Okay. I'll send the photo for you.
I'll
but
kill us all.
I kind of think it's the entry log.
Okay.
All right.
all right, he's sending it.
Man, I really think it's the entry log the more I think about it. Oh,
Yeah?
Oh, but it's the photo.
Now, the entry log doesn't make any sense because the last entry was like Larry. Yeah.
Mr. Nickety testifies he was always with someone at the time of the incident and never had a moment alone to commit the crime.
Yes, and the police investigation backs that statement up, doesn't it?
But there was an opportunity. In fact, one, and only one. The moment when Mr. Nickety could have killed Mr. Gloomsbury without anyone noticing.
What?
And the one thing that made that moment possible is shown here in this photograph.
With all those people watching, I couldn't have possibly committed the murder. Do not believe him, Your Honor. This lawyer is a malignant tumor. He wants to infect this judicial body with his lies.
Actually, I'm the antidote, by the way. Mr. Nickety, I would ask that you keep quiet at this time. We need to evaluate the defense's claim, and your yammering only serves to throw further suspicion your way. Mr. Wright, let's see this one thing you don't know why. But be warned, this had better not be one of your offhanded claims. Who do you think you're talking to, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please point out for us the one thing that made this moment of the murder possible.
That one moment when it was possible for Mr. Nickety to kill Mr. Gloomsbury. Just gonna need a red marker so I can draw a big red circle with an arrow to show you this one thing you won't believe.
It was the...
I feel more comfortable like right here as
Yeah.
opposed to like just the big thing of the fog. Like maybe I should even just... I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
The one thing that made the moment of the murder possible is this thick mood fog that engulfed... Can I talk about how thick this mood is?
Oh my god, this mood is so thick.
This is a thick mood.
Thick mood.
Thick mood, chat. This thick mood fog that engulfed the entire reception hall. It is under the cover of this fog that Mr. Nickety murdered the victim.
Oh my god, no.
I had that.
It's exactly as I described it, too. Like, oh god, my head. Wow, what a weird thing. What a crazy party last night. Oh god, is that blood? I'm just gonna get out of this Pegamoon now. Oh no, you don't. That Mr. Nickety murdered the victim. Wait, oh shoot, there was one guy too in the back craning his head like, what the fuck is you doing over there?
Really, what are you doing with
What are you doing?
with that love time machine?
What? I don't know if it would exactly work, right? But I would love like a rendition of that meme where it's like Sauron and then Pierce walking together holding hands, but Pierce's head's looking back at Sauron getting out of the Pegamoo.
Getting dumbass getting out of the Pegamoo.
Sorry,
Yeah.
dumbass getting out of the Pegamoo, yeah. Mr. Nickety was standing right next to the lantern that Mr. Gloomsbury was in. That was the only moment the murder could have been committed without being seen.
Objection!
I can accept that there was a moment when the witness was obscured from the others by fog. But that doesn't prove Mr. Nickety killed the victim at that very moment. If you can't prove the crime was committed during the reception, the trial ends here. Ugh. I was so caught up in finding a foothold that I forgot to think that far ahead.
Well done, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time to call this trial's time of death.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove the murder happened during the reception?
Don't even bother. His claim is dead on arrival. Victory's within your grasp, prosecutor.
Quiet, witness. I have no interest in victory. All I care about is the truth.
Oh, look at that development.
One that we can arrive at through further deliberation. Edgeworth.
Enough of this, Your Honor. This trial is over.
No, Mr. Nickety, that is for me to decide. As long as I still have a little edge of seat left to sit, this trial will go on. Mr. Wright, can you prove it?
Yo, Tibbity!
Hey, what up? Fun fact, whenever you guess close and then dismiss it, I type ... into the chat. And I keep adding more ... the more you go down that path as I internally scream. I love you guys, though. I see people do like ... and thinking faces.
Yeah.
Whenever, like those are people's...
There's a bit of a delay, though, so there's no way that we could ever, like, sync that up.
Yeah.
It would... Really, if I tried to read into those, it would only confuse me more.
It really would.
So bad. It's like when the people are like, oh no, it's over to the right. I mean, now to the left. I mean,
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Like, maybe it went ultra low, but whatever. It wouldn't.
Can you prove that the murder was committed during the wedding reception?
Thank you so much, though.
Why is there no verdict if the law is obviously out of answers?
Yeah, I don't mind ... because they can literally mean anything. Like, people could say it because I'm on the wrong path, because I'm on the right path. That's fine. Oh yeah, look at that. There they go. It's like the same as a thinking face, basically.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
The prosecutor, the judge, they are all infected. Their stupid malignant stupidity is so advanced, not even the best surgeon can save them. In fact, not even a brain transplant will cure them. This court is infected with idiocy. It's a pandemic.
Mr. Nickety, that's enough already.
Finally ready to give up, are you?
No, just the opposite, actually. I'll prove the murder was committed during the reception by you.
You prove it?
Can you really, Mr. Wright?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. To be honest, I don't know exactly how I'll do it just yet, but if I want to get to the truth that Edgeworth was talking about, I'll just have to find that way.
Very well, Mr. Wright, let's have your proof.
Enough of this foolishness, he's bluffing. Stop him from speaking, Your Honor.
I will do nothing of the sort.
You are just a district court judge with the power of the Sprocket family, Hal.
Enough of your foolishness, Mr. Nickety! This judicial body will not succumb to the influence of money or power.
Huh?
Now then, let's hear it, Mr. Wright. Let's hear your truth.
Think, Phoenix. Remember everything you've learned so far. You can do this. You can find the definitive evidence that will lead us to the truth.
Mind Palace?
It's time to turn my thinking around.
Mind Palace.
The flying chapel was upside down. Turned around. Think, Phoenix. How can I prove the murder took place during the wedding reception? If Pierce committed the murder during the reception, then he had to have used...
Yes.
I gotta do it.
He used the reception photo to paper cut.
The photo of the reception. Okay, sure. It does show the scene of the murder, but it doesn't do anything showing conclusive. I have to think harder. Oh. That was just weird wording on that. I mean, the murder weapon. They literally showed us a picture of him holding the murder
They
weapon.
literally did, yeah. Spoilers. Thanks, game.
Yes, the weapon that was used to strike the victim twice. According to the autopsy report, the victim was hit by the same object both times, so without a doubt, Pierce used it to commit the murder. The weapon used to kill Bloomsbury was...
Oh. The key of love.
You ever answer the same question twice?
The murder weapon was used as the murder weapon.
The murder weapon was the murder weapon. If Pierce struck the victim during that one single moment, then he must have used the timekeeper. Come to think of it, wasn't it also used for something else during the reception? During the reception, the timekeeper was used...
The first
Taste
startup
of love.
The first taste. Now everybody lick the timekeeper.
The first taste of love, huh? That's where the bride and groom feed cake to each other, right?
Oh.
Soren and Ellen might have done that too, but it has nothing to do with this case. This is the final stretch. Think hard, Phoenix. I was hoping you'd say they licked the timekeeper or something.
Yeah, right? The cutting of the time machine.
The cutting of the time... What does that even mean? They could never get a knife into that thing. It's not a cake after all.
Unless...
Where's my head at? I better focus. Timekeeper had been activated.
What does that mean?
That's right. The timekeeper had been activated during the reception. If we activate the timekeeper again now and find any trace of evidence of the murder, that would be conclusive proof that Bloomsbury was killed during the reception.
Do you think it records audio? And we'll actually hear, don't hit me with the timekeeper,
Mr. Nickety, please.
Thump. Ouch.
I've got a serious hangover, and I'm bleeding.
I have so much hand blood, I don't know what to do with it. It seems like it should be relevant, but it's not as relevant as one would have imagined.
A special ceremony took place during the reception in question.
What kind of special ceremony?
It was called the first startup of love. Apparently, the couple activated the timekeeper for the first time during it.
I mean, the timekeeper here in the evidence isn't activated at the moment. And what would happen if we were to activate it?
Why don't we see for ourselves? It would give us a chance to examine it. And while we're at it, we just might find some conclusive evidence.
What?
No, you can't activate it.
Mr. Nickety, keep quiet or I'll have you thrown out of court! By the way, Mr. Wright, this is supposed to be a time machine, right? We aren't going to travel back in time to the Stone Age or anything, are we?
I don't think we have to worry too much about that, Your Honor.
I'm still a little nervous nonetheless, but the truth must be known. Maybe we can go back in time to before the edge of my seat became so warm, and I can get that seat back.
Yo, what about when the judge had hair? And I'd laugh if it was literally just like taking his beard and you just rotate it to the top of his head.
I would love that.
So his mustache is his eyebrows.
You'd have like a pompador basically. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
a pompadour and big bushy eyebrows? That'd be amazing.
It's a good look.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, well, go ahead and start up the timekeeper.
Yo, someone's got to have the Photoshop chops to do that. So let me know.
Do you know how, Nick?
I think so. Maybe?
The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together, oh, how romantic it was.
Let's see. I think the symbol of the groom's love must have been the timekeeper itself. What symbol of the bride's love would fit together with the timekeeper? Please don't make me answer this. Oh, I know. That has to be it. They're going to do it.
Mr. Wright, are you ready to activate the time machine now?
Yes, Your Honor. The symbol of the bride's love that is necessary for activating the timekeeper is the key of love, the heart-shaped key used to activate the timekeeper. I'm not
Could have seen it.
confident about this one, chat, but here it goes.
Oh no, we only have one help.
Once we set this in place, we can activate the timekeeper.
Set it in place where? It doesn't look like it fits anywhere.
You don't think so? Not if we kind of jammed it in?
Mr. Wright,
Oh my god.
What?
you know what's coming, don't you?
A penalty, Your Honor? Oh wow, I'm embarrassed.
I'm glad you understand. This will save us some time.
Wait, what? I was so confident.
No, me? No,
Oh my!
I really wasn't. Remember what I said before I picked it? I'm like, I don't think this is right, guys.
Yeah,
I'm not confident about this at all.
I'm so sorry I pushed that topic so much.
I know. I was so not certain about it.
But I was like, send it. I was high off of being right on the last one.
I knew it all along.
Yeah, this is why they don't
I wasn't confident in that at all.
No, that's why they don't let me play games.
I
Sorry, chat.
The defense's case is insufficient to overturn the prosecution's claims. This court finds the defendant, Ellen Wyatt.
In your hubris. Sorry,
Damn, I really
guys.
thought we were going to clear that trial, memes and all.
Me too.
We almost got away scot-free with a bag of memes, but here we are.
Wait, so how do we?
I don't know. Did we beat a trial in this game without losing? I don't know.
Wait, hold on. But then, so what activates the timekeeper if it's not the key that activates the timekeeper?
I don't know. We're gonna have to take a look. I'm very curious as well. I was, memes aside, very confident in that.
The symbol of the bride's love that
Oh my
is
fucking
necessary
God.
for activating the timekeeper.
Oh.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be hitting Mr. Dumbass in the head with it. He got hit twice.
Okay, but you gotta be with me here, where it's like the groom symbol is the timekeeper, right? And the symbol of love that's necessary for activating the timekeeper is not the heart-shaped key used to activate the timekeeper.
They literally share a lot of the same words. Activate the timekeeper, necessary for activating the timekeeper. I'm just saying.
Okay, stop.
I want to say this is the longest con in all of gaming, where obviously Shu Takumi went to my high school English teacher and was like, "Hey, that kid right there, teach him reading comprehension."
Yeah.
Okay, it'll be really funny. 15 years from now.
Yeah.
Get him.
But did you Do you see why? I finally put it together.
Yeah.
Is that the key is what activates it, but what's the bride symbol? That is necessary in order for the activation to take place.
Yeah.
So you have to
Either
put
way.
the cog in, then the key is just a neutral, nobody's in particular. Okay, put the cog in.
Take that!
Come on.
Miss Wyatt's pendant is the symbol of the bride's love that's necessary for activating the timekeeper.
What? Then does that mean you can start it up with Miss Wyatt's pendant?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Oh, well, please try it now, Mr. Wright.
Okay, here I go. But first, I have to figure out where the pendant goes.
Are you gonna make us do it?
Absolutely.
Oh.
If I had to guess, I'm just gonna rotate this 180 and stick it on there. The key goes right fucking there, Phoenix. It
Judge,
goes
you're an idiot.
right there.
You're an
it
idiot.
goes right there. How did you find it, Phoenix? It's fuck.
No, that's where the gear goes, actually.
Oh shit, you're right.
And the key goes
It
in the
looked like a keyhole from the.
Well, the
flatness
thing
of
is,
it.
no, you put the gear there, then you put the key, and then you
And-
turn the key.
Yeah. Which
To
turns
turn the gear. Which activates
Which means
the
that you were
timekeeper.
right, but also wrong.
The outer casing is made of metal. Yeah, I'm sure I wouldn't want to get hit with something like this. Oh, it's a clock.
Yeah.
It's a propeller. It's designed to look like the hands of a clock. I don't think it has anything to do with activating the timekeeper, though. Just gonna tickle under its chin here.
Oh, it's undercarriage.
Oh. Oh.
Coochie coochie goo.
Oh. Oh, not there.
Touch your butt.
Not there, Mr. Wright.
Touch your butt.
Oh, don't do it.
Oh my god. This hole looks like a good spot. I'll try setting the pendant in here, because
Boom.
it fits. This must be the right spot. Now I have to find a place to insert the key.
The same place
Save
again.
I want to see if there's just... Is it different? Oh my god. Oh, no, that's just the same thing twice. Nope. What about the butt repellers? No.
Oh, other way. Oh, to the back. Oh.
This hole in the middle of the pendant. Could this be it? I don't know, chat. It doesn't... What? That's not how...
It's going backwards.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yikes. It worked! The timekeeper's been activated. Now all I have to do is find... Now all I have to do is find proof that the crime was committed during the reception. The timekeeper's already been activated. Now I just have to look for proof.
Wow.
I don't know, guys.
I like the little Sauron, though. He's real cute. I like how he's reading a little
Can I
book.
zoom this in? Yeah, I can.
Zooming in.
That's as zoom as we get.
That's nice, though.
Ellen's a
Rotate
bit
this.
twitchy.
Can I? That is really cute, though. Oh my god.
Oh, and the clock stopped, too, didn't it?
Oh, at the time of the crime, which is apparently 152.
Yeah.
The figures are adorable. I think I found it. I'm not sure, but I think I might have found it. Conclusive evidence that the murder was committed during the wedding reception. Just as I suspected. There's evidence of the murder inside the timekeeper, Mr. Nickety. The timekeeper was only activated and opened during the wedding reception, right?
No, stop!
So that means this is conclusive proof that the crime was committed during the reception. After you killed the victim under the cover of fog. You closed the timekeeper to hide the bloodstain, didn't you?
Without wiping the blood away, of course.
No, you're wrong. Ellen killed Bloomsbury. It wasn't me, I tell you.
Oh. Give it up, Mr. Nickety. How could the defendant, who was in the middle of pledging her love, have possibly committed the murder with everyone watching her?
It was the family. Yes, all the family members conspired to kill him.
There's no way you can talk your way out of this, Mr. Nickety. During the reception, during that one dreamlike moment, only one person could have used the timekeeper to beat the victim to death.
No one heard anything.
Dunk.
And that one person was you, Pierce Nickety. Yeah, Pierce is also doctor, surgeon, soldier, lawyer, DJ.
Oh. No, this isn't over yet. I won't give up.
Oh!
This stupid thing. We must stop the bleeding now. Give me forceps. Forceps, I said. Hey, where is everyone? Hide. I'll manage this alone. I'll do it all by myself. I can fix anything, repair anything. So that you don't have to get better. You have to live. I would have been able to save her. If only I hadn't listened to her. If only I hadn't treated her like. If only that Sauron hadn't been there. Lena? No.
Well, that explains why he saved his life and then still hated him.
Mm-hmm.
But also very stupid because that's obviously not what Selena would want.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's all a bit.
Witness, are you finally ready to tell us the truth?
It's just as the lawyer deduced.
So it was all a revenge scheme against Sauron Sprocket.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to lose someone you love right in front of you? Selena's condition was clearly more critical than Sauron's, but in spite of that, she said, "Please help Sauron."
Miss Sprocket's last words. So that's what she really meant by those words.
I was able to grant her a wish, but at the price of her life.
So you got a job with Sprocket Aviation and waited for your chance to get revenge. You got close to Mr. Gloomsbury and hatched this plot, is that right?
Bloomsbury already bore a grudge against Sauron. So when I tempted him with an even better position, he immediately took the bait.
Sorry, I just imagined Gloomsbury working for any other company after this and being like, man, so who do I gotta kill to get manager around here?
This guy's a real hoot.
No,
You're
seriously.
hired. What? You?
Who do I gotta kill to move up here?
Yeah.
Let me know.
Oh,
No? Okay.
security.
He was your accomplice. Someone who shared the same goal as you. Why was it necessary for you to kill him?
I didn't expect Sauron to strike Bloomsbury out on the Vista deck. And I certainly never imagined he'd make his way there along the outside wall.
Sauron's love is the real deal after all.
My plan had been compromised. So, for the time being, I hid his body in the lantern and tried to think of my next move.
And then Mr. Gloomsbury came too, during the second wedding reception.
As soon as I saw Gloomsbury, I instantly hit upon an idea.
Wow.
To hit him upon his idea making.
I see you haven't lost your sense of humor in this serious situation. Okay.
To pin the blame of Gloomsbury's murder on Ellen.
You tried to break up the couple by making the bride out to be a murderer. How despicable.
Sauron was getting the company and a wedding. Both things that were supposed to be Selena's. He took every happiness from her. Who's the despicable one here?
I mean, if we're being honest, it's you who let a patient decide triage. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Do you really think what you did would make her happy?
I know it would. But I couldn't just stand by, watching Sauron enjoy his happiness. I was going to save Sauron. I was going to have Sauron taste the pain I had, and then take over his procreation. I would take back from him all the happiness that was rightfully Selena's. Time stopped for me the day I lost her. Just like this pocket watch of hers.
I like that line. Time stopped for me.
Pierce,
It's good. It's a really good line. Miss Wyatt.
I believe Selena would have said, "Leave this ill will behind. Your time is yours to live."
Well, now it's in jail, though. And you can live it in jail.
It's too late for me. Time will never advance for me again. What? It can't be.
Oh.
I see now, Selena. What I did was wrong.
I see no further need to continue this trial. Bailiff, please take Mr. Nickety away.
Pierce Nickety, another inconsolable time traveler, who lived in time that stood
Still.
still.
Now then, I must render my verdict what?
Your Honor, before you give your ruling, would you please allow me a moment?
Very well.
Ellen, there's something I need to say to you.
Yes, Sauron?
I put you through something truly horrible. This whole thing happened all because of me. I would understand if you wanted to call off our marriage. Judge, please.
This is
Let the lady speak.
murder.
What? Of course not! I never once thought that!
Proceeds to just start beating him with the pan.
If you stay with me, you'll only face even more trying times in the future.
What do you mean?
The truth of this incident and the car accident before it. I'm going to tell the public everything. I expect the company's reputation will suffer, and I'll take a lot of criticism. But I feel I can only really start over once I get everything out in the open.
Sauron!
After all this happened, I'm might not have the right to ask you this, but, well, how should I say this? Maybe I'll just... Life with me will probably won't be very easy, but
Oh.
will you marry me?
Yes, of course.
Oh, look at her freckles. I never noticed them.
They're so sweet.
There, she's so cute.
Your Honor, thank you for this time. Please continue with your ruling.
Okay. Very well. But first, I have one question. To the two of you,
Oh, he's so into it. Is it Temis?
Yes.
Okay.
do the two of you pledge your eternal love for each other to the goddess of justice, Temis?
Because he can marry them.
I do, Your Honor.
We can't. He's a judge, not a minister.
No, judges do the marriaging.
Oh, the legal proceedings? He's a freaking murder trial judge, though. I think it's a different section of law.
He's got the power.
Does the prosecution or the defense have any objections?
He has no real power. He is totally just RPing this for his own, like, fun.
Oh, man.
He
He's
goes
just
home
into
to
it.
his wife and he's like, "Oh, I married a couple today in court." And it's like, "Aren't you a murder judge, dear? Are you sure you're allowed to do that?"
It's fine.
Ash.
Well done, Your Honor. No objections here.
The defense has no objections either, Your Honor. Although it sounded like I did, but I don't.
This court finds the defendant Ellen Wyatt. That's not right. The court finds the defendant Ellen Sprocket
And that's it. Oh. The court finds him.
not guilty.
I thought it was gonna be like double married.
Aw, and the confetti's so perfect. Oh my God, she's so precious. Oh yeah, where the hell was Maya? I wonder if like Athena was just like holding Maya's mouth shut because Maya wanted to make an objection.
I have an exam after
You
this,
can't have a
Justin.
wedding without food. Yeah.
Court is adjourned.
Oh, it's just so beautiful, so sweet. Confetti for you, confetti for you.
September 23rd, 11:36 a.m. in the district court, defendant lobby number 3. These are the stores.
Ellen, Sauron, congratulations.
Mr. Wright, I can't thank you enough. If you hadn't exposed the truth, Sauron and I wouldn't. We wouldn't.
But now you can finally start your new life together, right?
Oh, thank you!
Mr. Wright, we'll be holding our real wedding ceremony in the near future. Would you do us the honor of coming to it? I want you to witness our fresh start.
Of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world. If I can find the time. And Ellen, this time, it'll finally be happily ever after, right?
Oh, yes.
The two of you have persevered and overcome this trial together. Now, no matter what obstacle comes your way, I'm sure you'll be able to handle them.
And there's another thing I'm sure of too. This person will always be watching over the two of you.
Have you seen my dead dad?
No, it's Trucy Wright. Where is she?
Candelabra.
The candle. Yeah, bruh.
Selena, yes, I think you're right. And we promise to live life to the fullest, for Selena's sake too. Right, Soren?
That's right. Well, we better be on our way.
Yes, my love.
Oh! What? I thought that was a princess Carrie.
Well, Carrie crossed the threshold
Yeah.
of their house.
Ah.
Are we not going to talk about the fact that he was stabbed with a candelabra and currently
No,
holding
this is
her
precious.
like this?
You
is
shut your mouth. It's
taking
fine.
a lot of core strength when he was stabbed in the candelabra.
Surgeon fixed it. Wow, the old threshold Carrie, eh? Way to show off.
Yes, I've ripped out all of my stitches. Haha. We'll be seeing you. Goodbye for now.
We'll be looking forward to that wedding.
Hold on tight, Ellen. We're on our way to the hospital.
You better believe I will. I'm never letting you go.
Yeah, Nyan, you forgot about the power of fucking love, okay? Not that you would know anything about it.
Literally, it can cause you to traverse through propellers along an airship.
The power of love. I see you crying over there. Oh! There's a ceiling!
Don't.
There they go.
You're not thinking of going to that wedding yourself, are you, boss? You're taking us too, right? Oh boy, I bet there's gonna be all kinds of fancy food there.
Athena, when did you get here?
Just now, I would have been here to cheer you guys on earlier, but Trucy never gave me a chance to slip away.
You're gonna be in even bigger trouble with her later. Speaking of the wedding, maybe I should ask them to invite Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth? Really? But I thought Ellen was guilty all the way, but he thought Ellen was guilty all the way to the end.
That may be true, but
Don't even bother. This gun is dead on arrival. Victory is within your grasp, prosecutor.
Quiet, witness. I have no interest in victory. All I care about is the truth. One that we can only arrive through further deliberation.
if he hadn't stood up for us when he did, the trial probably would have ended there.
You mean Mr. Edgeworth gave us that chance?
Maybe. Though, knowing him, I doubt he'd ever tell, even if I asked.
Well, if that's how you feel about it, Nick, then why not try to get him invited? Hey, Maya, have you ever tried to catch the bouquet? What? No. I have neither. Fighting over a bouquet that's been tossed by the bride? Talk about a fierce competition.
Bouquet goes up. Athena's just throwing elbows.
Yeah. I'm totally stoked. I'm not really sure it's supposed to be all that competitive. I'm a pretty good jumper, so I think I've got a chance.
She's definitely missing the point of the whole thing.
I saw a gif of like someone doing the bridal bouquet toss. There's like a woman way in the back, and she just like lifts her arms up unenthusiastically, doesn't catch it, and goes, "Oh no!" and then just walks away.
Oh, like he was going right for her?
No. She was like way out of like the crowd, but just to make it look like she was doing an effort kind of thing.
Oh no.
It was funny.
And Larry, how did you manage to stay so quiet for so long? Shut up! Wishing the lady you fell in love with every happiness is what a real man does! I'm pretty sure that relationship was over before it even began, Larry. Darn it all! If only I was 10 years younger, things would have gone different. Hands of time! Why won't you turn back for me? Ooh, I want to see Athena and Maya in like fancy dresses.
Can we?
Today is Ellen and Soren's third wedding ceremony and reception. I heard the bride and groom insisted on it being at the Flying Chapel again. In the end, they were nice enough to invite me and Maya. And Athena kind of invited herself. They also invited Edgeworth, Emma, and even Larry. Oh my god. They say the third time's the charm, right? I really do hope it's happily ever after for them. Sorry.
Hard to read through the tears.
I know. I really do hope it's happily ever after for them this time around. Still, I get the feeling it's going to be one rowdy party. I think like you know, seeing how this is coming to an end, I'll reveal the challenge of reading with the NyanCave.
Ready when you
Oh my
are.
God!
Okay.
Oh my god.
Here we
Wow, Larry looks pretty handsome.
Huh?
Here comes Trucy.
Oh no way!
Oh no!
Oh!
No!
Hey! Look who's next! Huh?
Why are there only 3 girls at this wedding?
Haven't you ever heard of ladies' first?
It's so funny.
I'm truly blessed to have you.
Oh. Oh. Man, that head shake though. That's so perfect.
I'm gonna play this real fast. Well, we got a second.
Oh, Adam!
To matrimony and beyond. Soren Sprocket 2028.
Thank you, Adam.
Oh man, you should have given him the Buzz Lightyear gumshoe voice.
To matrimony and beyond.
Feckin'.
So yeah, like I
No
think,
credits or anything on that one.
No,
No, that makes
well, it's
sense.
DLC,
Yeah.
right? It's not the end of the
No.
game. It's the end of our playthrough.
I guess so.
Yeah, but I think like what happens, I just realized it, is that like while I'm reading a sentence, I'm reading it, but the things I read in the sentence give me a thought for something I want to say, and so then I have to process that thought of what I wanted to say while I'm also reading a sentence, and then I stop reading the sentence, but I keep speaking.
Yes.
And so like that's what it is, because you have to do commentary and read at the same time.
Yeah.
And so that's like the big challenge of it all.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm glad I could finally resolve that mystery for you. I know it's the only reason that anyone's like kept
Watching along. How do they not know how to read?
I know.
They seem like 32-year-old ladies.
Edgeworth should have caught the bouquet and started furious.
What's up, Slowpoke? That would have been really funny, though.
Man, what a great run this has been. We're wrapping up 2 games in one day. I gotta say, this Ace Attorney game, or Great Ace Attorney game, was amazing. What? I'm actually early for once? Oh, but seriously, 2 games in one day. Congrats, guys. Thanks for playing the Ace Attorney series.
Thank you.
No, it's been great. It's been magical. I love this series a lot, and I'm excited to check out some new games.
Yeah.
We're certainly looking to DGS, so you know we'll see about that.
We'll keep you in the loop.
It's not impossible.
And everyone knows the DGS stands for Dai Gakugan Go Span.
But something that's definitely happening tomorrow is Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
3 houses.
I'm so excited to play 3 houses.
A little over a week late to the party, but it's cool.
Yeah, and I don't know about wrapping up P4D. I know it seems like the story for P4D is coming to an end. It seems like, at least from what I can tell.
Yeah.
I would be amazed if there was more than 2 hours of story left in that game. But after that, we're going to do some DLC, which I definitely have to look into pre-stream, as well as just playing some hard mode, just some songs. I think that we'll do a fresh start with Final Fantasy 6 on Sunday, and I assume that these 2 streams will be enough to finish up Persona 4.
Yeah.
But again, I'm making assumptions, so you know.
And if we're wrong, then you can sue us if you like.
Yep.
Don't do
I know,
that.
but be careful though. I finished the entire Ace Attorney series, so I know a thing or two about lawyering.
He does.
I do.
He uses it all the time. It's really actually pretty annoying.
Yeah.
When it's like, what do you want for dinner? Objection! And it's like, Clay, do you want pizza? And then he's like, the murder was committed in the kitchen, and it's like, oh, Clay, stop.
No, there's no.
No. What are you talking about? You're like, what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, what do you think of this evidence?
Yeah.
And you're like, that's a knife that you just pulled out of the drawer. It has nothing to do with it. Huh. I see. Damn it! I took a penalty for that one. How about this?
I'm gonna put stuff up on the board. Gotcha. Oh, Ray Patrick.
Congrats on your wedding, guys. He says with a mouthful of wedding cake, and sorry, I tried to say it like that, but it just sounded kind of like you were drunk.
What the blanket in?
Oh God.
Larry died that day. Athena threw him over the deck. Emma covered it up. And when someone asked where he is, Maya would just channel him. Larry's like,
Perfect crime.
how'd I get over here?
And like the sad thing is, no one ever calls Larry either. He just shows up. So I mean, like, no one would ever notice him missing.
No.
It's the perfect crime, really.
It sadly is, isn't it?
It's good. It's crazy to think it's over. That's it.
That's weird. I don't
know.
like that. I
You
mean,
gotta say goodbye to Phoenix.
I'm really excited to play, Three Houses, but also,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Sad. It was a long game. We've been playing this game for like
2 years.
over a year.
2 years.
2 years?
Man,
It hasn't been 2 years.
this is when we do like flashbacks to when we started playing the game.
Who can say what only time? No, I don't think we're gonna do the mini DLC cases. Blood Kitten, maybe another time. Who can say what only time? In the arms of an attorney, far away. I still think Gumshoe's best detective.
Yes.
I think Black Will was best prosecutor. Personally.
He was pretty great.
Maybe, I don't know. Edgeworth is really awesome too, though. They're tied. I don't know. I can't pick one. Maybe, I don't know. Ooh, tough. I don't know. Black Will or Edgeworth tied. But I kind of gotta give it to Blackwell though, because Edgeworth literally had 2 spin-off games.
He did, didn't he?
So to
I
make
mean-
the same impact as there in one game.
I don't know. It says a lot. Oh man, who is the best culprit? I would really need to just read a quick summary of all the cases to go back that far.
I'm
Because I would
thinking-
want to include the other ones.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is if you're here, you've seen all the games. So we can talk about these things. But I really think that Fulbright was my favorite.
Detective?
Yeah. He was great. Clavier,
Clavier.
Godot, Blackwell.
I think Godot had best theme though.
Yeah.
Godot was cool.
Oh, 0. Wow.
Favorite villain. In Justice We Trust. Who else was really good up on the witness stand there? You know what? No, best defendant, Phoenix Wright. Best attorney, Phoenix Wright. Best prosecutor, Phoenix Wright.
You know, I really like Dahlia's whole arc. That was a good one. That was
Yeah.
a really good one. I think I might have liked that. Man.
Because it shows Nick when he was young
Yeah.
and
Oh
dumb.
man. Cold Killer X.
Cold Killer X.
Cold Killer X. Oh god, that was so good.
Yeah. Best judge?
Oh, Alec
Canadian
Horn, you
judge.
should definitely check out Three Houses. It's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Ugh, so excited.
Coming up tomorrow. 12:30.
What about Alba?
Yeah.
Never Alba.
Oh god, yeah, that case needed to end.
Yeah, that was a
Word.
case where it's like, haha, and it's like, diplomatic, whatever.
No, extraterritorial rights.
Extraterrestrial rights.
Forget that word.
I'll never forget that word. Oh, Canadian judge. There need to be more of Canadian judge.
Yeah.
I wish we were more Canadian a little bit. Maybe no one would watch us if we were really Canadian all the time.
What?
though.
You think so?
I don't know, dear.
Oh, I think they give us a good shot though.
Until they hop in their cars and go for a rip away
Oh
from
my
us.
goodness, they might though. They might do
They
that.
get up on the roof.
I wouldn't hold it against him though. I'd be a little bit sorry to see him go though.
Oh, yeah.
He's fine.
Probably falling asleep on their Chesterfields.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, right?
In the rumpus rooms.
Speaking of that, we should probably go Tunabout.
Oh, headstrong, with the good bait here. Best daughter, right needs to adopt. Obviously, Army Buff.
Oh my gosh,
Army
yes.
Buff.
I want a spin-off game where Phoenix and Army Buff investigate
everything, yeah.
shit. Oh, they investigate like war crimes and stuff, like military things.
And
they're like
Phoenix
military-
Wright, war attorney, military
Yeah.
attorney.
Military attorney, no, but military police or
Ooh,
something.
and she
MP.
stays at home with all her computer stuff and uses the drone.
Oh.
And she's like, watch out, Nick. We have 3 bogeys coming in from the right. And then Nick has to do a dodge roll behind some bushes.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh, so what you're saying is that it's actually the latest Metal Gear title, and it's Phoenix Wright. It's trying to infiltrate into investigations.
Ooh, voiced by David Hayter.
Voiced by David Hayter,
I miss you, David Hayter.
and Otacon is now Army. I could get behind it. You got to stealth your way around and find evidence while bad guys are doing bad things.
Oh, Jess, everyone was involved in finding the truth, okay? It all worked out in the end. And Phoenix has a track record to keep up. Ugh. Anyways, no, she's great. Best reveal.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. Oh, there he is.
Oh. What a good way to send him off. Okay. What a... Like,
P4D. Very soon. We gotta go.
Okay.
okay, everybody. Talk
Good real,
soon.
everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Mwah, I'm gonna miss you, Phoenix.